The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Alert level 1 is up over at the BULUSAN volcano in Sorsogon following a phreatic eruption earlier today. PHREATIC said the eruption happened at 10:37 a.m. on Sunday and lasted for approximately 17 minutes. This prompted the agency to raise the alert level for the volcano from 0 to 1, indicating a low level of unrest. This is the first reported eruption of BULUSAN volcano since October 2016. To discuss further about the recent phreatic eruption at the BULUSAN volcano, we have with us over the phone PHREATIC's Director Renato Solidum. Mr. Solidum, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sir, can you explain to us again what is the difference between a phreatic eruption and what does this mean, and what could have triggered this?
In volcanic eruptions, there are two major types of eruption as to the source of the explosion. The first is magmatic eruption, where magma would actually rise towards the surface or trigger its eruption. And the second one is the phreatic or steam-driven explosion, where no magma is involved. So essentially, the phreatic eruptions or steam-driven explosions are generated due to hydrothermal activity beneath the volcano. Groundwater is being boiled due to the heat of the rocks below the volcano. And from time to time, for BULUSAN volcano, it would exhibit this type of eruption.
Sir, were there any signs that were caught by PHREATIC prior to the eruption?
There were smaller earthquake events that have been recorded in the past 24 hours. Although in many instances, even though there are some earthquake events, no eruption would happen. However, at alert level 0, we always emphasize that steam-driven explosions can happen. And that is why even at alert level 0, no entry in the permanent danger zone is always being reminded. Now, with the raising of the alert level from 0 to 1, aside from the 4-kilometer radius permanent danger zone, where there should be strict prohibition of entry into the danger zone, which is 4 kilometers, we now add the extended danger zone on the southeast sector of the volcano, which is 2 kilometers beyond the 4 kilometers. And this is due to the fact that there are fissures on the southeast sector of the volcano, where we have observed in previous eruptions that steam would also emanate from this. So people who are planning to go inside should exercise caution when moving into this extended danger zone.
Sir, are we still seeing any activity from the volcano? Are we having some signs of unrest still, even after the eruption earlier today?
Well, the volcano can still explode because of the fact that the hydrothermal activity is still ongoing, as manifested by a slight inflation of the volcano. And in previous activities of BULUSAN, it can happen that there can be successive explosions, or sometimes the explosions will be far in between. But for precautionary measures, we need to make sure that people would have this understanding that explosions can still happen.
So, sir, you're saying again that we can expect more activity, and we're hoping not, but a violent eruption maybe in the next coming days?
Oh, we are not seeing that. We are not looking at that yet. As magma is not involved in its current activity, we don't see any involvement of magma. However, steam-driven explosions can also be tall. And that is why it is important that we practice safe distance from the activity of the volcano. Hence, the observance of the permanent danger zone, which is 4 kilometers.
Well, thank you, sir, for sharing with us all those information. That was PHREATIC's Director Renato Solidum. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Davao City and the neighboring areas are all set for the inauguration of Vice President-elect Sara Duterte on June 19. Faith Del Mundo with the details.
It's all systems go for the inauguration of Vice President-elect Sara Duterte in Davao City this June 19. The Davao City Police says there will be full security coverage for the event.
Continuous yung planning and coordinating conference sa lahat ng security cluster na magpo-provide ng security coverage. And Davao City Police Office will be preparing around 2,000 security personnel that will provide full coverage on that day.
Amid the recent bombings in Mindanao, they have beefed up security and activated the defense system in the city. Checkpoints in Davao City were also installed.
Lahat ng mga passengers at saka vehicles subjected for inspection, and then we have even recommended na yung mga lalabas isang sakayan lang doon lang sa Davao City Overland Terminal para ma-prevent natin na hindi no similar incident would happen like what happened in Central Mindanao.
Around 2,000 police personnel will be deployed a day before the inauguration. Attendees are also reminded not to bring backpacks, jackets, and any sharp objects. Aside from the inauguration, a Thanksgiving event will also be held on the same day. Celebrities and performers will grace the event, including Andrew E., Bayani Agbayani, Sanya Lopez, Arci Munoz, and many others. Anyone who will enter the venue will undergo strict security training. However, presenting a COVID-19 test result is not required. For the inauguration of President-elect Bongbong Marcos, the National Museum will be closed starting Monday until July 4 to prepare for the oath-taking. Security measures are also in place.
Definitely, we will initiate yung mga traffic control and management po natin. Busy streets po kung saan po nandoon yung National Museum ay inaasahan po natin na maaaring magkaroon po ng mga traffic rerouting doon sa mga ibang pangunahing kalsada dyan.
They are also appealing to protesters not to cause any disorder during the inauguration.
Pakiusap nga po namin, sana po ay kung ano yung inilatag nating seguridad, sana hayaan po nila na mag-proceed at umusad yung inaasahan nga po nating inauguration.
According to Marcos Jr. spokesperson Attorney Vic Rodriguez, they will follow tradition where the Chief Justice will administer the oath-taking of the President-elect. The Supreme Court is still waiting the formal requests on the matter. For News 5, Faith Del Mundo, we are One News.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. Another big-time oil price hike is in the offing. Unioil projects that prices of diesel would increase by up to 6 pesos and 50 centavos per liter. Gasoline prices are likewise expected to rise by up to 2 pesos and 70 centavos. One study showed that the Philippines recorded a lower quality of government and democracy in 2019. According to the Bergruen Governance Index, the country's state capacity went down by about 13% to a score of 39.8 compared to its level in 2010. And in less than an hour, the PBA is set to open its 47th season. The league will hold its awarding ceremony for the previous season, followed by a doubleheader to kick off the opening day. And for more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now, www.signalplay.com, and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.